For more on the congressional hearings into the Solyndra scandal, we go down to Fox Business's Rich Edson live on Capitol Hill. Rich.
Good evening, Lou. Republicans on the House Energy and Commerce Committee subpoenaed emails, released these emails, and they say from the administration it shows that they tried to push these loans, ignored some warning signs about this company early on, and didn't do their homework. Take a look here at these emails. First off, from the Department of Energy, a staffer there on August 19, 2009, right before this loan guarantee was approved a couple weeks before. The issue of working capital assumptions has been a major issue, repeatedly raised since December of 2008. Another Department of Energy staff email from the same month confirmed whether there are any issues regarding a closing on September 3rd for a September 4th vice presidential event on Solyndra. This implies we will need to wrap up our review approval by September 1st. Republicans say they were putting this PR event ahead, and they wanted to make sure they got this money out and this guarantee out before they did their event in California on the 4th of September. The chairman of the Energy and Commerce Committee says there's a hearing again on this next week. He'll have Solyndra executives, and he says the investigation continues. Take a listen.
We will be really interested in hearing their side of the story as it relates to not only the restructuring of the loan, which put the taxpayer last, which means we all lose, as well as the jobs that were lost and really how they were able to get the very first tranche of this money from the start.
Now, the White House denies that they pushed this, that they didn't do their homework on all this, and they say the only urgency in these emails was to make sure that this loan got out, or they didn't schedule this event before this approval process had been completed. The question now, Lou, is exactly how much taxpayers are going to lose from all this. The loan guarantee was $535 million. So far, only about $528 million of that money actually went out, but there's a problem for taxpayers, and that's because this loan was restructured last year, meaning when Solyndra goes through this bankruptcy and they break the company apart and they sell off all the assets, taxpayers stand behind some of the investors that got in last year.
And that's going to be an interesting part of the story. This is a $500 million loan. No one should make any mistake about that from the federal government. Expedited by this administration, there should be no mistake about that. Had it not been expedited, all we would have to do is ask of this administration, where is the money? And their answer would be specific and direct. That isn't what's happening. And whose money was guaranteed here becomes very interesting as this inquiry proceeds. Right, Rich?
Exactly. And we don't even know what's going to happen through this whole stage. It has to go through the bankruptcy courts now. And it was a two-stage process. The loan guarantee first, and then this restructuring last year that the administration signed off on, and signed off on the fact that taxpayers are going to take a back seat to these new investors from last year.
Government picking winners and losers and losing big. Rich Edson, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Well, as I mentioned in yet another